Sunshine Division getting involved with Thanksgiving now. We're joined by Kyle, who is the executive director of Sunshine Division. Christmas is a long time I've been associated with you guys, but I guess you're doing some Thanksgiving stuff now as well.
That's correct. Thanksgiving the past handful of years has been some of the busiest days of the year, busiest days on record for our organization, which is now over 100 years old. And so this past summer, we made a decision to do a massive home delivery, really modeled after what we do around the Christmas holiday every year. And as I mentioned to you guys off air, that's the tradition that started Sunshine Division back in the 1923 in Goose Hollow of Southwest Portland was police officers, police reserves, and some folks from the mayor's office and the mayor of Portland coming together to help people on Christmas Eve, taking food door to door. Fast forward, here we are 101 and plus years later, we decided to do that exact same thing for Thanksgiving this year. And Saturday, we delivered to 2,000 homes, a pretty hearty Thanksgiving meal. But the fun's just beginning. We're going to turn around and do it again here in about 4 weeks for the 102nd year straight as well. We're going to reach 2,500 households on Saturday, the 21st as well, with a very hearty sort of turkey-esque, Thanksgiving-esque type of holiday meal. And just like maybe not exactly the same in 1920s, because people were probably on foot. They probably didn't have cars, but Portland Police will help us, an army of well over 500 volunteer drivers, which really means over 1,000 people, because most people bring a friend or a family member. And we kind of hit the city, and by lunchtime on that Saturday, 2,500 households are going to get that home delivery, as we've done now. Like I said, this will be the 102nd year straight that this has occurred.
It's quite incredible. I saw some film footage from over the weekend, and all the people that were volunteering their time and then showing up with cars to help pack cars. That was just such a warming moment because there's so many people in need. It was just so cool to see. So congrats on you guys, man.
I mean, it's a very cool thing to be a part of, and I get to kind of facilitate and hopefully grow, which we have done, but grow these amazing traditions, these Portland traditions. And, we saw a need around Thanksgiving, and we just said, there's a better way to do this. And some people thought it was a little wild or silly that we were going to try to deliver that many, but actually we have such a great group of volunteers and people that have been doing this in some cases for many generations, that there was multiple people I met who it was grandma or grandpa, their child who's like my age, and then their kids who are like, teenagers or in their 20s. So multiple generations of people have been doing this in and around the city of Portland with Sunshine Division. And we're just trying to keep that tradition growing and stronger because unfortunately the need has never been as great as it is right now.
True. And I saw you guys have the new mayor-elect, Keith Wilson, came in and helped out. We only know him, as much as we've seen him on the campaign trail. He's fairly new to the position. Does he seem like a cool guy?
Well, it was, I get to meet a lot of interesting dignitaries and different people over the years. And it was great to see someone just come down and say, how can I help? And tell me more about this. Uniquely enough, during the pandemic, Keith's company, which he's in the, trucking business, they had actually shipped some boxes on our behalf to another local charity. So he'd had some exposure to us in that regard. But when I really told him the history about how, like in the 1920s, the mayor was part of this. And we've had, since I've been here 13 years, every mayor, every police chief and the bureau comes out. They come out and help every year because it's kind of part of the DNA of Portland, which, we get mocked a little bit for some of our different silliness around Portland. But one of the cool things is we band together and we help people when we can. And you will not find another city around the country where the city, the mayor, and the police got together and essentially formed a charity. And in the 1960s, we incorporated as a 501c3 charity. And here we are, another 6 decades later doing that exact same thing. And like I said, if a charity can give resources to first responders to help people, I mean, to me, that's the perfect sort of public-private partnership to help people. Because, who shows up when 911 is called? A police officer, a firefighter, an EMT. And so our boxes are in police precincts. Nearly 500 kids will go school clothes shopping with a police officer through our Izzy's Kids. Yep. And like I mentioned, at the holidays, we've got police officers literally home delivering turkeys all across the city and the metro area, which I think is an amazing thing. You talk about community service and giving back and connecting people. So it's awesome to be able to facilitate that. But it's part of our city's DNA, which I think is one of those things that makes Portland amazing.
And you guys are partnering with, Winter Wonderland is a big thing that we're involved with this year. We're giving out VIP fast lane passes where you can kind of skip the line with it. And we did have some questions about Winter Wonderland, if you know anything about it.
I know a little bit about that. So amazing tradition also for Portland, over 30 years now. 8 years ago, uniquely, nothing is normal with Sunshine Division. We are not your run-of-the-mill charity. 8 years ago, we were lucky enough to get a grant from a local foundation that allowed us to purchase and become the owners and operators of Winter Wonderland. So if you came 20, 25, 30 years ago, that was a private business that benefited Sunshine Division. Now, 8 years ago, we became the owners. And so when you come out to the light show at PIR, North Portland there, the International Raceway, instead of racing on the track, you're gonna drive 1 or 2 miles an hour and see over 2 miles of light. So it's the largest drive-through light show you'll find anywhere in the Northwest. But 100% of that ticket is gonna go to Sunshine Division. So all of the proceeds from the show go to us feeding people locally. So, what better thing to do at the holidays with your kids? We all know the weather's going to be a little dicey, but it's going to be 70 degrees in your car.
Yes.
It's going to be perfect weather inside your car, no matter how rainy or cold or not it is. I mean, even if it's dry, it's probably cold at night. So it's a beautiful thing. You get to bring the family out. The ticket is per car load. So pack as many people in the car, or the SUV or the van you can, and drive through really slowly through 2 miles of lights. And, I've got a teenager now, so he's been going since he was little. And it's interesting to see the evolution of what they love when they're little. The dinosaurs are great when they're 3. And now when he's older, now he's driving, which is terrifying to me. So he gets to drive through. So that's the big excitement. So he went from sitting on my lap to now he's driving the car. And I think it's something for the whole family. And how often in modern society can you lock your entire family in the car for an hour and get no electronics, put on some holiday music, and just have a moment together? And then at the end of it, know that you help Sunshine Division feed people. So I think it's a wonderful thing for families, and people feel good knowing they're feeding families.
Well, we consider you to be the, sorry, Danny, go ahead.
I was saying, it's funny you said your son is now driving through it. We have done a family tradition for years coming to PIR. We would let our kids sit on our laps and drive that 2 mile racetrack very slowly, because we knew it was safe, and we'd be in our shorts and flip-flops when it was 80 in the car because the heaters were cranked up.
Danny, Kyle works with the cops, man. You can't be admitting this stuff, dude.
No, I just have to let it out. I can't hold it back anymore. I got to get off my chest. But I just want you to know, truly great family traditional moments that we've all shared at such a magical place. Incredible.
While I cannot condone your illegal behavior, wink, wink, I have heard that from some people that is a common thing. It is a private, closed track, so I think you're probably okay. But what I can tell you is I've seen dozens and hundreds and over the years of kids, sticking their heads out the sunroofs and screaming the Christmas carols. And the thing I get back to is, we live in such a world of screens and on the go, and to have that moment where everybody's in the car and you get to just be together, that's kind of a priceless thing. And I think that's honestly what that light show is most about, is families packing in together and having a moment where the outside world goes away and you're just enjoying the holidays and enjoying the lights and driving through. And there's, like I said, there's something for everybody. The little kids, your toddlers will gasp at a giant dinosaur, and your teenagers might like the pulsating lights in the disco tunnel, as we call it. And, grandma might like the 12 Days of Christmas, and I might like the nativity, or, there's something for everybody out there. And it's just a neat family thing. And like I said, 70 degrees in your car, because as a lifelong Oregonian, I've had people ask us why we don't do more days on foot or whatever out there. And I often ask, did you move here from California? Because it's not very hospitable in December typically. So that is the beauty of this event, is no matter what December throws at us, and I've seen it all, floods, ice, rain, snow, you name it, you're going to be okay inside your car. So that is also the upside of this. There's not a lot of pain in the worst case scenario. You're going to be going slowly in your car. So
Kyle Camberg is the executive director of Sunshine Division, and we consider you to be the authority on Winter Wonderland, Kyle. So we do have just a couple questions here that you can settle some final debates on this. Okay. Yeah. So as you're passing through Winter Wonderland, which side of the debate do you fall on? Are you on the cool white Christmas lights or the warm white Christmas lights?
Oh. I'm gonna throw you a curveball. It depends on the display. I think if it's something very traditional, perhaps, maybe you'd go with the cool white. You know, if it is again like a nativity or 12 days of Christmas. But for instance, if it's our volcano with lava exploding from it, I'm gonna want the brighter lights. So it kind of depends. Sorry to be on the fence there. It depends on the display.
I mean, you've done hard-hitting media interviews like this. Yes. I understand how you have to kind of walk the line a little bit. All right, well, come down on one side or the other on this one. When you're going through and you're packing up snacks to go through Winter Wonderland, apple cider or hot chocolate?
Oh, hot chocolate, definitely.
Okay. I was afraid of that. You got that one wrong. I'm sorry, Kyle. It's apple cider.
More of a Halloween beverage, in my opinion. But yes, go ahead.
Number 3, and this one's gonna be a little dicey for you. All parents have favorite kids. We don't admit it, but we do. One of your kids is the favorite. Do you sit your favorite kid on the left side or the right side of the car to get the better show at Winter Wonderland?
Oh, okay. I mean, possibly the right side as well, because then they're in your line of sight easier as well, too. But yeah, I'm going to say, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder of which side's going to be better. And also, your favorite kid might stick their head through the sunroof as well, too, as I've seen many times. So they may end up just doing that and getting a full 360 panoramic view. So yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. When I said favorite kid, everybody thought of one. We never admitted that lied, and I wouldn't expect
I was worried you were going to ask me like favorite Christmas song, because I get a little immune to that over the years, and that's a tough water cooler debate in and of itself.
Which I do want to interject in here. We have had the opportunity this year, so we get to DJ the recommended Winter Wonderland playlist. Not just us as the Bull, but myself. I put together the playlist, so it's going to be the best ever this year, man.
I can't wait.
Number 4, this is more really about Sunshine Division. As far as canned food goes, best thing you can get out of a can is chili, correct?
I mean, that's tough to beat.
Yeah.
Chili, pretty darn good. Also, I mean, a hearty soup that has protein in it, also going to be right there, which is chili adjacent. So
sure.
something in that family for sure. Stew, chili, hearty soups.
There you go. Progressive soup's good.
Progressive soup. And then final question. This one should be a little easier. True or false? Your Thanksgiving or Christmas meal will taste better if you first make a donation to Sunshine Division. True or false?
Absolutely true. I'm living actually, it'll taste even better if you deliver some holiday food boxes. I've lived that firsthand. Get a little sweat equity out in the day, move some boxes. And then when you go home, it tastes even better. So,
are y'all in need of that this year? How do you sign up for that?
So if you go to our website, right on the homepage, if you're interested in home delivering on the 21st, we sign up an army of about 500 people. I think we're about a quarter of the way there. Usually the week after Thanksgiving, the signups come in very strong, but I couldn't recommend it as a great volunteer experience more. It's everything that the holidays are about. You show up at PIR between 9 and about 10:30 on the 21st. You pick a time slot. We load you up, off you go, and you get to see firsthand what our mission's all about. And just helping people directly like that, it's an amazing part of the holidays, and proud to be a part of that. But it's a great way for people to see who and what the Sunshine Division is, and we need a lot of people to pull that off.
Well, I will tell you, the Bull Nation is pretty mighty, and they are big, and they love to help out. So we'll get some people out there from the Bull Nation to come help you guys for sure.
I hope, it's kind of an unfortunate thing. We almost at some point will have to turn people away. And a lot of people want to help this time of year. I impart to people to remember that hunger isn't seasonal. We need volunteers year round. We need food drives year round, but it is the giving season, and it's amazing what people do on behalf of Sunshine Division this year. And whether you're going to make a donation or donate your time, we greatly appreciate it, because Sunshine Division is we're just an idea. We're just a charity. And if people don't believe in, and if they don't show up to help and support what we do, we wouldn't be able to do this massive outreach, and we wouldn't be able to be open 52 weeks a year. So appreciate everyone doing that, because, a lot of great ideas and a lot of great traditions die, but here we are, like I said, 102 years later, still doing it and doing it bigger. So appreciate everybody that is a part of this, because it really takes a lot of people to make this happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Kyle Camberg, Executive Director of the Sunshine Division. Dude, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.